would now request Professor Bhimarya Mehtri, Director IIM Nagpur, to enlighten us as to what are the steps that you are taking in the IIMs to ensure that these children who are going to come, they have the collaboration skills, they have more creativity, and they can also spread the positivity in the community. Professor Metri.
Thank you, Dr. Jyoti. Very good morning, all of you. So I'll come out quickly. I have to go exactly after 11. So quickly I'll come. There are 6 trends I can see in higher education, particularly in management education. So as I think Professor Prant and Professor Rao rightly said, due to Industry 4.0, there is a change is happening and corporates are changing, and every corporate needs 3 kinds of people. One is a manager, second is a leader, third is an entrepreneur. We don't need only entrepreneur, we don't need only manager, but we need 3 kinds of people to run the companies of tomorrow. Work has changed and workplace has changed, and students, the moment they graduate, they will end up with the unborn company and unborn job, unknown job and unknown company. So to work with such companies which are not exist today, but the moment they graduate, they exist. So in such kind of things, I can see some 6 mega trends. One is, all of you know that due to COVID and even due to digital transformation, online has become mainline and mainline has become offline. This is one trend. COVID has acted as a catalyst, but otherwise this is the trend. It is a number one trend. Now second, this clearly indicates this first trend. The future universities or institutes are going to be digital universities or digital institutes. Physically you can't see the institutes, but they will give the wonderful results, because we are marching from industry era to intelligence era. Industry era, everything is visible and you can see the big size and you can see the people, but intelligence era, it is intangible, you can't see, but you can see the great result. That is trend number one. Trend number two, a new model of learning. This is another second mega trend in business school, even in a higher education applicable to any kind of universities. So new models of learning is focuses on learning, not on teaching. So now the focus is on developing capabilities, not developing competencies. So earlier people used to go to the school and colleges for knowledge. Now knowledge is available with Google Baba. So now the focus is on basically capability building, shaping the mind, developing the mindset for lifelong learning, developing the mindset for handling or leading the unknown jobs which are going to come in future, because workplace is changing and work is changing. So that is the second most important trend, that is the model of learning. And to give this kind of education in education institutions, whether it is a business school or IIT or any university, the two important sub trend I can see, we have to teach phenomena based learning. As Professor Rao rightly quoted, we are basically departmentalization or compartmentalization, it will disappear. A team teaching will happen, a situation is given. For example, say flood happened in a particular area of Kanpur, then probably all the students, they will analyze the phenomena, do the assessment under the direction of professors. Professor from HR, professor from strategy, professor from information system, and professor from even communication. They all come together and give the direction, and students will come out with the project. Future belongs to project based learning, future belongs to phenomena based learning. It is called as a phenobel. So phenobel is the way we can make the students to learn, enjoy, as well as we can develop them to shape their mindset and capabilities, and that is what tomorrow's future, and that is the trend number two. And trend three is due to Industry 4.0, there is a transformational change in the regulatory framework. The way today's regulatory framework, whether it is a UGC or AICTE or Medical Council or Pharmaceutical Council, you take any field, they are going to change because of digital technology and advancement in that area. Now borderless economy has come, anybody, anywhere learning can happen because of online has become mainline, and that is where any part of the world they can take the education, and going trend to America, Canada now going to come down. They will get the education in their own country. Regulatory framework is going to change, and NEP also suggested a huge big transformation change, and NEP, I must say, it is a gold standard, and that change is also we can see in coming 20 years, a phenomenal change is going to happen in regulatory framework. Now again, higher education focus as per the NEP is concerned. Now focus is not only multidisciplinary, multiple entry and multiple exit, and even banking of credits, ABC, academic banking of credits. But there is also a basic premises NEP 2020 build was build a character and building the holistic human being, from materialistic to holistic human being. That is what the focus. And earlier for education, important assumption was stakeholder. Important central principle was stakeholder. Now it has shifted from stakeholder to a people and planet first and profit at the end. So people and planet first, under that assumption, that principle, now higher education is working under the NEP, it is going to work. And that is where how to build the global citizenship and how to build the new business model, which is focusing on sustainability, and United Nations 4 SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, are also kept in mind to build the global citizenship and to build a global responsibility. Till now we have heard about corporate responsibility, we have heard about institutional responsibility, but global institutional responsibilities are also going to play important role. That is trend number 5. So next trend is about speed up change in university is going to make a difference between the winners and losers. It is not the size of the university, it is not the today's brand of the university. Anybody, anywhere the competition can come. Earlier competition amongst the IIT, amongst the IIM, among the universities, probably competition may come from anybody, anywhere, even outside your own sector, and they may snatch our business. And that is our speed of change is only determine the winners from the losers. So with this, my focus, another last important 6th trend is a change of leadership style. This is the most important. All leaders are there, academic industry leaders are there. So leaders have changed, leadership has not changed. We have seen so many decades. Now the time has come, whether leaders will change or not, leadership style has to change, because everything else has changed. Context is changing in this digital disruptive world. The moment context change, your leadership style has to change. Future leadership, earlier leader used to speak, other used to listen. Now the time has come, leader has to listen and empower the others, support them, give the direction, motivate them, and this is how you can build the digital university. And you can also, leaders can create a leaders, and that is what the trend is going to come. With this I'll end here, and thank you very much for Edit TV for giving me opportunity. Thanks a lot, Dr. Jyoti Gupta. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Participative leadership and taking the SDGs into account. It is again music to our ears, because for decades, the children have said that our colleges have taught us, given us the knowledge, but once we go to the industry, there is very little of what we've done in the classrooms that we are able to apply there. So a lot of collaboration that you are going to teach in your classes is probably going to translate into many more success stories, and it will definitely start the reverse trend, as you just mentioned, that people going abroad for higher education or for working abroad, that's going to see a reversal of the trends. And we may not just be able to keep our children here, we may also attract talent from the other countries to come and study with us here. Thank you so much, Professor Mehri.